What's cracking, big dogs? Welcome, Mike, to the HQ. Welcome to the Patreon only live stream for week 8 of fantasy football. I'm really happy that y'all can join me on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. It's a beautiful Saturday in the neighborhood. I'm in Brooklyn, but I want to give a shout out to my alma mater, Marist College. Shout out to all the Northeast colleges out there that these young, fine ladies and gentlemen are getting useless education from. Actually, I don't really give a shit about any of the other Northeast colleges, but shout out to Marist. Shout out to Binghamton too, I guess, because I'm also an alma mater there. It's where I got my MBA from. So as dumb as y'all think I am, you're actually right. But I do have a couple pieces of paper that will tell you that I'm educated, apparently. Anyways, anywho, let's get into the good stuff. What up, Danny? What up, peoples? If you're just rolling in, again, this is the Patreon-only live stream. You could join us live, ask your questions, any of your sit starts, whatever you got going on in your life. Patreon.com/BDGE. As we are always going to start this video out with some wide receiver cornerback matchups. Who does PFF expect to be shadow covered by this week? Allen Robinson, Casey Hayward, Tyler Boyd, Jalen Ramsey. I don't know about that one, PFF. That one is questionable. Jalen Ramsey does not typically travel into the slot to shadow slot receivers. I don't know if Tyler Boyd is even worth it at this point to accept shadow coverage. So that one is TBD. We talked about it in today's DFS video, me and Mr. Joe Holka, about the Boyd and Ramsey matchup, if you want a little bit more insight on that. And then we have the Patriots versus the Browns, and the Patriots are one of the most man-heavy defenses in the league in terms of defensive backs. So we will have Jason McCourty on Antonio Callaway, Jonathan Jones on Jarvis Landry, and Stephon Gilmore on OBJ. 100 and I believe it was 14 or maybe 111 qualified cornerbacks this year. New England has 3 of the top 12 coverage cornerbacks. Jonathan Jones currently ranks 2nd of 111, McCourty 3rd of 111, Stephon Gilmore 12th. So there's a reason why this defense has been so damn good, and it's because of their secondary and a lot of other reasons. It's actually like ridiculous. I think we probably take it for granted. Like when we look back, when the Patriots dynasty is done in like 2035, we're going to be like, holy shit, we got to witness that. That was a fucking machine, and those type of things don't happen in sports, right? They have hiccups here and there, but good Lord. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Courtland Sutton is supposed to get Pierre Desir, who is actually questionable this week. I'm not sure if he'll suit up, but he has not been that great anyways. Not really a shy away matchup. T.Y. Hilton is supposed to get Chris Harris Jr., Michael Thomas, Patrick Peterson, Golden Tate, Justin Coleman, who has been very good this year for the Detroit Lions. So you get an upgrade from Sterling Shepard being out. But I would probably comment down on the Golden Tate hype, although he has shown some very good chemistry with Jones and got a lot of targets. But this might be more of an Evan Ingram week over a Golden Tate week. But we'll see. Those are the guys that are expected to get shadow coverage this week per Pro Football Focus. We'll get into some notable injuries, I guess, for the defensive front. If you are on Patreon, I'm going to put the shadow coverage chart on Patreon after this, as well as the key defensive player injuries for this week on Patreon. So you don't even have to listen to this point. I'm actually not going to go through this because there's like 25 guys on this. So if you want to see all of the key injuries, patreon.com/BDGE is where you'll sign up. Adoree Jackson for the Titans is out, cornerback. He's their top cornerback. The Bengals will be without like three of their cornerbacks. As always, Houston's going to be without a couple of their cornerbacks, or at least they're questionable. Same with the safety, and they're banged up. So that Oakland Texans game should be a good one. So let's take some questions. What's good? What's good, Danny, Daniel, AJ, Steven, Michael, Wishkowski, Steven, Christopher, Sanity Ends, Steven again. Oh, Jesus, there's so many fucking Stevens in here. John, Ralkin, Iggy, what up? What up? What up? What up? If you are joining us from YouTube, just make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you find this informational, if this helps you in any way. Are y'all hearing me okay? Because I'm watching the live stream right now, and it's a little bit laggy. Are you getting lag on the audio or the video or anything? Half PPR, if Kamara plays. Kamara, Latavius, Edmonds, Coleman need 2. Interesting. It's okay. It's good. You're good on audio. Sounds good. Cool. We got candles and fucking Palo Alto would burn in the bike round. So this is an interesting one. I think we're going to go with Edmonds there as one of your running backs, AJ. I think just the volume alone, expecting David Johnson to sit should get him into that conversation. I like Coleman a lot too against Carolina. They will be without their rookie pass rusher, Brian Burns, I believe. He's either questionable or already ruled out, who has been a big piece of that defense this year. So I like Coleman. If Kamara doesn't play, obviously you want to have Latavius in that lineup. If he does play, I would be surprised if they threw him into this matchup. But if he does play, I find it hard to sit Kamara, man. I really do. So I would actually go with Kamara and Edmonds. Do I have any insight on the Christian Kirk availability this week? Nothing new other than what they're saying, that he'll be a game time decision again, I believe. Official. That was last week. Let me look up on Twitter for you real quick. Yeah, I don't think we've seen anything other than, they've just said he's not going to come back until he's 100%. So when he does get that active mark, know that he's ready to roll. His game time decision. Yep, said he's hopeful. We'll have to see. I don't have any more information that the Public does not have already. Was cracking, everybody. Fantasy outlook on Devin Singletary and Mark Walton. Yeah, I talked about Singletary when he was out. I just felt like it just pushed him back. It sucked because he was on his way to playing more snaps and he was on his way to get more involved in the offense. As soon as the injury happened, he got set back to where he was at the beginning of the season, where it was like, 20% snaps, then 30, then 40, then 50, and then the injury. Boom. So I think we're going to see a little bit like that. I do think, I think his usage will get ramped up as we get further into the season. So he could be where he should have been right now without the injury. He'll probably be at around playoff time. So yeah, I think Singletary's outlook is good. Wallen is just not a guy I can get excited about. It's the same thing that I kind of pointed out with Drake. I think he's obviously a less athletic and a worse version of Kenyon Drake in a sense. If you just look at it objectively, it's a guy that's not athletic. He's not great at any one facet of the game. And most importantly, he's just in a very shitty Miami offense. So if you need to start a guy this week, I would go Walton over Singletary. But rest of season, I would probably rather own Singletary. Random rant, please get healthy, Herndon. Yeah, he'll probably be out again this week. So don't forget to drop a like. Correct. For all y'all that are in here or all y'all that are watching via YouTube afterwards. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, please. It lets YouTube know that I'm not the worst person in the world. If Keenan Allen is out this week, play Robert Woods, MVS, or Sony, full PPR flex. I will go with Robert Woods there. Hard to trust him, but you do like the matchup, and you do have to like the fact that the Rams are at home because Jared Goff is not a good player on the road, particularly. So I will go with Robert Woods there. Is it crazy if I start Stills over Tyler Boyd? Is it crazy? No, not at all. I love the matchup for Kenny Stills. And I believe right now I have Kenny Stills as the wide receiver 25 in my rankings and Tyler Boyd as wide receiver 24. But I might flip that. Stills has way more upside than Boyd does. And if PFF is right, then Jalen Ramsey is going to see a lot of Tyler Boyd, or vice versa. Tyler Boyd's going to see a lot of Jalen Ramsey. Oakland's let up the single most passing plays of over 20 yards this year. And obviously that with Deshaun Watson, Kenny Stills, like you couldn't fucking make a better matchup if you tried. Like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie having children is not as good of a fucking cocktail as Kenny Stills and Deshaun Watson producing against the fucking Oakland Raiders defense. I don't know if that made sense, but it fucking worked in my head. Dolphins are asking, did I skip a question? No. Dolphins are asking for a 4th-round pick for Drake. Too high of a pick for the 25-year-old. Lions and Titans are the two teams interested. If he goes to either team, does Drake become an RB2? So a lot to dissect there. Dolphins are asking for a 4th-round pick for Drake. I think the problem is that Drake's contract is up at the end of the year, and I think that a lot of teams, you could probably find a similar skill player to Drake in the draft in the 4th round, and if you take Drake for the 4th round, you're basically replacing him with that rookie that you would take and also losing out on that rookie with the rookie contract. Whereas Drake's going to be on his free agent contract, and that team's going to have to or want to sign him to a longer deal, thus obviously investing more money into the running back position there. So I think that might be the problem with the guy. Just running backs in general, obviously you're seeing that their overall potential in the NFL, not potential, but like their overall value to NFL teams is obviously very much on the decline right now. So I think that would probably make sense. But Ramshow is home. They're in London. Very, 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 very true. Shit gets a little fucking crazy out there in London. We'll touch on that in a second when I get down there. Lions and Titans are two of the teams interested. If he goes to either team, is Drake become an RB2? So he definitely doesn't become an RB2 in Tennessee because Derrick Henry will still get 18 plus carries. But what he'll just be an upgrade over Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis would get obviously, washed away. He's been completely ineffective this year, but they need something other than Derrick Henry as a pass catcher. So I actually like Drake for a real life perspective in that Titans offense. If he goes to the Lions, I think it'll be messy. I still think Ty Johnson's going to be very good for them. I think it would make Drake maybe like a flex play. Metcalf at Atlanta or Melvin at Chicago. I'm thinking if Ryan plays Metcalf, otherwise Melvin. Yeah, I think that's a sound process right there. I would do the same thing. I am not confident in Melvin. I might go Melvin either way, Mike. Actually depends on your scoring settings, I guess. But I would probably go Metcalf. I would probably go Metcalf either way. Pick a running back, Big Papa. What up? Pick a running back, wide receiver, and flex. Full PPR. Running back, wide receiver, flex. So my running back, I love Eckler this week if Keenan Allen sits. So if Keenan Allen sits, we're going to go with Eckler. Wide receiver, we're going to go with John Brown as your wide receiver 1, and then you need a full PPR flex play. Let's run it with Eckler, John Brown, and Kenny Stills, Big Papa. I love all three of those plays this week. Should I trust Tyreek Hill even without Mahomes? Could pivot to Coleman or Chark half PPR. That's very close. It's nice for you that you have those other options. I would still probably go with Tyreek, man. I just think he's too explosive as a player and he's too important to this offense that they're going to have to scheme around him. They've had no success with the running game, and they've continued to go very pass heavy. So I think he's going to have a lot of plays that are designed his way. And I mean, we saw what he did. Obviously, maybe Matt Moore is not as good as Alex Smith, but I don't think it's very far off. But we saw how good Tyreek Hill was with Alex Smith. He was a wide receiver 1. And we saw a little bit of chemistry last week when Matt Moore hit Tyreek Hill for the deep touchdown. So he's probably not afraid to take those shots down to Tyreek Hill. So if you're throwing 1 or 2 of those deep balls to Hill, he could return that fantasy day just like that. So I like Chark a lot this week too. But I would still probably go with Hill. Have Jacoby Brissett as my quarterback. I traded Keenan Allen for T.Y. Did I lose my trust too early in the Chargers offense by trading Keenan? Well, you might have lucked out just given that Keenan's dealing with this hamstring injury. Let me see if we've got any updated news. If Keenan misses time, then yeah. I mean, at this point in the season, like every week is so critical that like missing 1 week or 2 weeks or, even the bye week difference is very important. So if Keenan misses time, I don't think you necessarily lost a trade given that, but I would have taken Keenan over T.Y. the rest of season. But we'll have to see with the hammy. Pick 2 full PPR. DK, Keenan Allen if he's healthy, Robert Woods, Sony, and MBS. So if Keenan, I can't trust Keenan. They said if he does play, he's going to be limited. So I'd probably roll with Robert Woods as one of them, John. And I think the other one I would roll with, Metcalf, Sony, MBS. I'll probably roll with Sony there, even in PPR. They've shown a little bit more trust in him in the passing game. I know he dropped that easy one last week, but he had caught a few balls in the weeks prior. And, should be another plus matchup for the Patriots. So I'll roll with Woods and Sony. I think the other two guys are getting a little bit cute in terms of, I like their upside, but I'd probably rather just take the floor of Woods and Sony. Ash, what up, boy? Start 2 PPR, OBJ, Stills, Latavius Murray, Boyd, Robbie Anderson. I'm assuming Keenan is out. Got him. Fucked. So I mean, it depends what happens with Kamara. If Kamara is out, I'd roll with Latavius. And man, I've gotten this question a lot: Stills or Boyd? So I will go on record here. Anyone asking about Stills versus Boyd? I'm gonna actually side with Stills over Boyd here. For those y'all that are in that predicament, I like Stills over Boyd here. So for you, I would go Latavius and Stills. If Kamara plays, I would go with Stills and OBJ. You know, this team has shown they want to get the ball to OBJ. Like, they've shown it week in and week out. They're trying different ways to get it. I think coming off the bye, that's going to be an even more exaggerated attempt at getting the ball to OBJ. So, I mean, as disappointing as he's been, I think you kind of got to roll there. Full PPR, Kelsey or Ingram. I'm going to roll with Ingram there. It's close, but obviously with Mahomes out, I don't know how much I like Kelsey. And Ingram, I think with Justin Coleman on Golden Tate and Quandre Diggs no longer in Detroit, it's actually a sneaky good start for Ingram. Not that he's ever a bad start, but at least there's some fucking big factual evidence to bike it up. Real quick, I just want to plug this one more time. If you are joining us afterwards, if you're watching via YouTube, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the show thus far. I hope you all are having a great weekend. If you want to be a part of the private live streams and get some of your Sistar questions answered like thus, you can ask them on Patreon as well, just on the community and forum, which we are very active. That's where you get my weekly rankings. I do not post elsewhere. My waiver wire exclusive article sheet and some other shit. I forget what else I put up there. But patreon.com/BDGE, you can become a subscriber there to get all this nonsense, help y'all hopefully win your chip in 2019. Bite to the questions. Iggy, what up? Standard 4 points for a touchdown. My quarterback is Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, Cam Newton. Week 14, 16, not bad matchup there on the wire or trying to. Whoa. My quarterback is Josh Allen. Oh, Daniel Jones and Cam Newton are on the wire. So, yeah, I think you could roll Josh Allen for a while because the matchups are great. And I would snag Cam off the wire right now. I don't think you need to trade for a quarterback. Drop one for – ooh, my comments just ripped down. What happened? Drop one for rest of season, half PPR, MVS, Tyrell Williams, Emmanuel Sanders. Ooh. I would probably I'd probably drop MVS there. I think when Devontae Adams comes back, it's going to be few and far between on production. This week, I like MVS over Tyrell, but I think long-term, I think if Tyrell can get – fucking calm down over there. If Tyrell can get back to being healthy, we saw how effective he was in the first couple of weeks. Worried about Keenan Allen this week. Sit him for Lindsey or John Brown. Yeah, I'm definitely worried about Keenan. I would sit him for either guy, and I think I have John Brown ranked over Lindsey. Is there any reason to keep Cohen, Tensi, and PPR? Nah, you can drop him for sure. Big Dog, what up? Hello, I'm Jake. Hello, Jake. Half PPR, 0.3 yards per rush. I'm usually pretty good at math. Oh, you're saying rush attempt. Okay. Per carry, people usually call that. That's why I threw that off. I've got Kamara, Sanders, Montgomery, McKissick, and Penny. Yuck. At RB start 2. 1 flex. Wide receiver options include Beasley and Preston Williams. Advice, you're the best. Nah, you're the best. You're the fucking best. Oh, man, that is – you want to talk about yuck. So you obviously cannot start Penny because he's getting no snaps. If it's yards per carry, I mean, if Kamara is playing, he has to be one of them. If he's not playing, then obviously you're going to play one of the other two. I think that I would go with Montgomery. I know they had he had a really bad showing last week. But, I think they're going to learn from hopefully their mistakes and give them a few more carries. They are going against the Chargers, who are not a good run defense. So I think just from the yards per carry, you'll probably get some points out of Montgomery. I guess I'll go with Sanders as well. He's getting the touches, and I don't know what McKissick is going to do there. Flex, I would go with Beasley. Like the matchup a lot. How do you think Keenum's concussion impacts Terry going forward? It depends the longevity of the concussion. If he's back, then yay for fucking Terry. If he's out, then it's going to hurt Terry a lot because Dwayne Haskins fucking sucks. And as you can see, it killed Terry because Terry was open on like every damn play on Thursday night. And he should have had a monster game, but Haskins just kept fucking missing him. Terry's so good, bro. I could already tell he's going to be like my like Tyler Lockett of this year, next year. Guy I just absolutely love. Has been looking pretty good lately. Bad matchup, but planning on starting him. Got Sam Darnold, but could pick up Winston or Carr. Yeah, I would play Winston over Brissett, actually. I think he's probably my QB 9 or something. I think that this pass offense is just fantastic in terms of statistics, and the Titans will actually be without their top or one of their top cornerbacks in Adoree Jackson, which is a slight upgrade, obviously, for this passing game. So I actually like Winston over Brissett, rocking. Falcons don't dare start Matty Ice for the bye next week, bro. I don't know. I really don't know. I thought that was going to be the case, but it seems as if it's a true game time decision. I think it would be dumb to do it, but they don't seem like they fucking around right now. Thomas, what up, boy? Start 2 full PPR flex spots. OBJ, Tyreek Hill, Chase Edmonds, Derrick Henry, Latavius Murray. Right now, I'm thinking Henry and Murray. Okay, so it's going to come down to Kamara's health, of course. If Kamara's not playing, Latavius is definitely your 1. If he does play, I would actually go with Chase and Derrick. Actually, I don't know if I would start Derrick Henry because you're in full PPR and they're playing against Tampa, and he's not going to have success on the ground. That's my issue with Henry this week. You know, he's been consistent, but I imagine he's going to go like 17 for 61 on the ground, and if he doesn't give you a touchdown, then it's going to be a shitty day. So I don't love Henry this week. I like Latavius and Chase if their backups are not playing. If one of their backups play, I kind of like one of them, whoever's doesn't play, and then actually kind of like Tyreek Hill. Too ballsy to bench OBJ for Chark. No, I think that's actually I think that's a fine play. I think my rankings have Chark as wide receiver 15 and OBJ as wide receiver 16. So you have my green light for that. I don't think you're dumb for that. It might not work out, but would you rather lose your right eye or your left eye? That's a good fucking question. I think I would lose my left eye because I feel like everything I do has to go with my right eye. Like everything I record is always to the right. Like when I sit on Fade the Public, I'm looking this way to the right. And when I record at the HQ, I'm looking right. Even though that's a horrible way to look at like long-term health of which fucking eye I would want to keep. But those are the only things I could think of right now. So we're going to take a short-term dub and keep the right eye. I'd rather not lose any eye, but listen, I answer all your fucking questions here. Got to get lucky in fantasy, right? Prior to last week, traded Curtis Samuel for Edmonds and Gerald Everett. All right, that great fucking trade. I already have DJ, but yep, that was awesome. Thoughts on Everett rest of the season? Yeah, I like him, bro. He's definitely, in that top 10 range. I think he's been really fucking good last month and a half. And he could have been even better if Jared Goff didn't miss him on a few throws, a few penalties didn't go his way. We could be looking at him as like a legit like top 6 tight end right now if a few things broke the right way for him. Fuck yeah! All right, so we're gonna be filming Fade the Public tomorrow night, actually. So we're gonna be watching the game. I'm gonna drive back to Jersey either tonight or tomorrow night, filming Fade the Public, watching the games with the boys, filming it that night afterwards. We got a big partnership coming up, y'all. I need y'all, if y'all support me, and I know you guys already do, but I guess it's for everyone out on YouTube. We're going to be running a partnership with the company Manscaped. For those of y'all that are unfamiliar with Manscaped, they specialize in grooming down under. I don't know if any of their stuff messes with face shit. I'm kind of nasty, so I might groom up top and down low with the same product. But I know some of y'all do that, so don't judge me. We're going to be running with Manscaped this week. This is going to be a test week for us. So they're going to give us a promo code. It's Big Dog. I believe it's all capital Big Dog. You will get 20% off plus free shipping on all of their products. Their products are fucking amazing, actually. It's very, 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 very difficult to shave your nuts. It's scary. I'm fucking scared thinking about it. But their products make it very, 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 very easy. This is not an ad plug right now. I'm just letting you guys know that we're going to be running them throughout the week. And we need a good performance from y'all, my audience, my loyal supporters, and guys that just need to shave your nuts a little better. We need y'all to use that big dog promo code. Hit us up. Because if we perform well, we're going to lock down a fucking second contract. We're about to be off the rookie contract. We're about to get that 4-year max from Manscaped. So manscaped.com. Use promo code BIGDOG, 20% off plus free shipping. I don't know why I just plugged that in there when I shouldn't have started doing it yet. But full PPR, Murray or Jones? Quarterback. Give me Kyler Murray there. AJ Brown and flex over Fitz, 1 point to PPR. That's a good question. I would say if what do I have my rankings? I think I probably have Fitz over AJ Brown. Yeah, I do. I would say Fitz over AJ Brown if Christian Kirk doesn't play. If Christian Kirk does play, then I'm going to throw I'm going to roll with Fitz either way, David. Who would you rather have, Lena Rhodes or Margot Robbie? Okay, so Lena Rhodes, the porn star? I'm going to have to confirm this. You know how I know someone? Yeah, you know how I know someone's a porn star? Like before even knowing it, when you start to type their name in on Google, it goes away. Like, you know, when you type in really sensitive words on Google, like if you type in like cock or dick or fuck or whatever, it doesn't actually come up in like the suggested typo things. They basically erase porn stars out of being people too. They like pretend they're not people. So when you're typing their name in, it doesn't show up. So as soon as I started typing in Lena Rhodes and it disappeared, I was like, confirmed, she's a porn star. You know what? It's funny because I'm a huge brunette guy. I like brunettes over blondes, like 10 out of 7 days a week. But Margot Robbie is just on another level. Like, she can't be categorized into a fucking hair color. She's just one of the most beautiful human beings on the planet. So don't ever fucking disrespect me with a question like that again. What's up, big dog? How do you feel about OBJ in his matchup this week? I mean, it's not good. The Browns look like shit. He's going to be shadowed by Stephon Gilmore. So probably as shitty as you can possibly feel. But that being said, he's OBJ, and I have him as my wide receiver 16. Full PPR, wide receiver Fitz, Kirk, MVS, Dorsett, Corey Davis. Oh, my God. So am I choosing one of each? So I don't think Kirk's going to play. If he does, I'm probably MVS, Dorsett, Corey Davis. Fitz would be my number one there, Mike. Running back wise, it's going to be Chubb. Well, depending on what happens with Kamara. If Kamara doesn't play, I'm actually going to say Chubb, Latavius Murray, Chase Edmonds. Who do the Bills play this week? They play, is it the Eagles? Or was that last week? Yeah, they play the Eagles. That's a really tough run D. So I would probably put Montgomery and then Singletary. Full PPR flex, Sutton, Melvin Gordon, or Chase Edmonds. Edmonds if there's no DJ. Sutton otherwise if DJ does suit up. Full PPR need 2, Lindsey, Freeman, Edmonds. Lindsey and Edmonds, AJ. Any fear of Ryan being like DJ last week and not playing the entire game? Would you go with Tannehill or Ryan this week? No, quarterback-wise, no, I'm not worried about that. If he's active, he's going to play. Half PPR, would you play Chark, Hilton, or Stills? Chark is my one there. I like Chark a lot. And I think the Jets are going to be without Tremaine Johnson, who is their top cornerback, but he's not really that playing well anyways, but still a little bit of an increase. Full PPR, flex, John Brown, Sutton, Ty Johnson. So close between John Brown and Cortland Sutton. To be honest with you, bro, I would flip a coin. I guess I would flip a coin between Brown and Sutton. I love both of them. Would you rather always have something in your eye, like sleep in your eye, or have popcorn kernels stuck in your teeth? I know I'm the devil. You love these fucking sick, twisted questions. I would definitely rather have kernels stuck in my teeth. I don't want some shit in my eye. Should I drop MVS for Marquise Brown? MVS has been riding my bench. Landry's on waivers. Man, I wonder when the fuck Marquise Brown is going to come. Yeah, if MVS is going to be on your bench, I would prefer Brown over him rest of season. I like Landry too, bro. They should both be owned. I would take I would actually probably rather own. I would probably go Landry, Marquise Brown, MVS rest of season. I have PTSD from bullshit. Yeah, for real, dude. This shit, they have a product called the Lawnmower 2.0 that just came out, and they sent us a sample pack. I haven't used it yet, but Snacks has been using a product from Manscaped for a while now. He said he got it as a gift, and he said it was fucking incredible. So again, manscaped.com, big dog promo code. Need 2 running back standard. Mix in Royce Freeman, Breida, Darren Williams, Jalen Samuels. Ooh, that's ugly. I'm going to go with Royce and Matt Breida, Iggy. I just can't trust Mixon whatsoever right now. Projected to lose big in one league and have to play either Jamal Williams or David Montgomery full PPR. I know Jamal is ahead in your rankings, but does Demon have bigger boom potential? I mean, not really. He hasn't really shown us any upside. You know what I mean? Like, there are multiple scenarios in which he just has failed to hit the upside. Like, he hasn't been efficient. He hasn't shown the big plays, and he's not a guy who has big burst. So he needs like a steady stream of volume, which he's not getting right now. And this Bears offensive line, who is projected to be pretty good, has played like shit. So it doesn't seem like the upside is coming from David Montgomery. So I'd actually go Jay Williams there. I think he has like 2 touchdown upside. Man, I can't use a blade down there. I haven't shaved a single part of my body using a blade since I was probably in high school. Need a second wide receiver, full PPR, MVS, Corey Davis, or Dorsett? Ooh, I like that question. Who is it? Dorsett versus Cleveland. Man, it's so sick that I know every matchup off the top of my head like this. I hate it. Need a second wide receiver, full PPR, MVS, Corey Davis, or Dorsett. Let's see who I got in my rankings here. That's close. I got Davis as 31. I have MVS as 33. And I have Dorsett as 37, 38. Oh, no. I'm probably put him at 36. So my rankings say Davis, but it's very close between him and MVS. I think MVS probably has a little bit more upside given that, Adams is not in and Chiefs are going to be without. Yeah, they'll be without some pass rush and stuff, so it'll give them some lanes to get open downfield. So I would say if you need a little upside, MVS. If you need some floor, Davis and Dorsett are kind of a toss-up, in my opinion. But Davis, I think, offers a little more upside. Love what y'all doing at the HQ. Keep up the great work. And by the way, Down Under, always use. Oh, I appreciate you. We got big fucking things coming in the off season. I haven't told anybody yet. Actually, I think I'm going to keep it as a surprise. Yeah, y'all will hear about it in a couple months. I think OBJ, Landry are buy lows with the schedule coming up. What about Melvin since they play easier matchups in the near future? I'm definitely a little bit more nervous about Melvin because of this offensive line. It just looks shitty. He looks shitty. And I mean, Melvin's a buy low if you can really get him on the low. OBJ, Landry. I don't know if like Landry's a guy that you really even need to buy low on. Like someone just said that he had him on his waivers. So he's not really someone I'm looking to buy, but OBJ, I think he's a fine buy low candidate. He'll have better matchups ahead. He'll have his boom weeks, but clearly it's going to be at the cost of being inconsistent. So I think we need to look at OBJ as like more of even like a low end wide receiver 2 going forward. Rest of the season, Diggs finishes wide receiver. It all depends on Thielen, bro. Like Diggs, I think Diggs is still just an incredible sell high candidate right now because I think you could pretty much explain away like all the big games. He had these 3 monster games in a row. I think it all comes down to Adam Thielen not playing. Like if Adam Thielen is not in the lineup and Diggs is getting this target load, of course he's going to explode. Like anyone could have seen that coming. He was like my wide receiver 5 this week. Played against Philly, and then when Adam Thielen got hurt, he got all the work last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever. So like I still think that as soon as Adam Thielen comes back, Diggs goes back to what we saw in the beginning of the year, and that's like inconsistent high end, low end games. So rest of season, I think Diggs is probably wide receiver somewhere in the 15 to 20 range, probably. All right, y'all. I'm going to answer the last questions that we have here from Sanity Ends. So we got like 4 or 5 more questions. From Sanity Ends is the last one, and then I'm gonna hop out. How far does Latavius fall if Kamara does play? Is he still start over Breda or AJ Brown? If Kamara plays, Latavius would fall pretty far. Yeah. Again, yeah, I'm not sure what scoring settings you're in, but I would probably still play Latavius over Breda. If it's full PPR, I would probably play AJ Brown over Latavius. Which do you have more faith in rest of the season, Marquise Brown or Christian Kirk? Always appreciate you, brother. I have no fucking idea. Like, depending on what their health is like. I guess Christian Kirk, because we have, I guess, more of a return timetable for him. Like, we know that he's coming back either this week or next week. I have no idea what's going on with Brown's foot, so I guess I would take Kirk. Full PPR, is it always hard? It is always hard to sit the name. Would you play Corey Davis over OBJ based on matchups? No, I would not. I would still play OBJ there. But I wouldn't blame you. Like, they're pretty far apart in my rankings, to be honest. But I wouldn't blame you just because the matchups are very favorable for Davis. I have a weird feeling Henderson gets 12 touches in London. Yeah, I could see Henderson's going to be in one of my lineups actually this week, only because we start like 15 players, so there's nobody ever on the wire. So as soon as you hit bye weeks or injuries or something, which I've hit, you're legit starting guys like Darrell Henderson, and they're like one of the better fucking options at your flex plays. It's a crazy deep league. I would say, I mean, he got what, 11 or 12 touches last week, and I could see the same thing happening. Full PPR rest of season, Hunter Henry or AJ Brown? Hunter Henry for sure, Thomas. He looks like an absolute fucking stud. If Keenan Allen misses time, it's the Henry show. All right, y'all. That's all we got for today. Thank you for joining me on this Patreon-only live stream. I love you for doing so. I love you for supporting me on that platform. Again, if you want to be involved on the live stream and get your questions answered verbatim like this, you can head over to patreon.com/BDGE, where you will get access to this. You will get my weekly rankings, waiver wire sheet, community and forum, in which we are very interactive on and answering your sit starts throughout the week, as well as some other behind-the-scenes backstage stuff that we throw on there for y'all. If you're watching afterwards and you just want to support the brand without paying anything, completely understandable. I still love you for that. Just make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're putting out fantasy football content free for y'all 6 days a motherfucking week. And that's it. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekends. I love you. Peace. We out.